Hey, Hope Zvara here, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about today and take you through some practices to help release the face. So if you're a yogi or you do any type of work to release the body, we're often talking about stretching, and usually it requires some sort of funky postures. But today we're actually going to use a tool. So this is an acuBack, and it's created by Dr. Cohen, amazing, brilliant chiropractor. These are tools we use in our yoga classes and our core functional fitness classes here all the time. They're just a staple, like you'd grab blocks and a strap. We always grab acuballs. And so we're going to use this today to help release the jaw, release the temporal lobes, release the third eye point. You can also use it on your crown, all sorts of fun areas. But for those of you that find yourself clenching your jaw a lot at night, you grind your teeth, you constantly find yourself with the tongue at the roof of your mouth, you get a lot of ear pain, a lot of jaw pain, you tend to scrunch your face a lot. Using these types of techniques to be able to help release some of your facial muscles and some stress can make a huge difference. Even with my practice, I find that I am clenching my jaw, especially when I have a lot of stress. I find that I'm really clenching my jaw. It even wakes me up at night. But I find that using this on a regular basis, at least once a day, even right before I go to bed, I'm waking up with a lot less jaw tension, really no jaw tension, no more pain in my ears, no more tension in my jaw, and so awesome, easy tool that there's a lot of other ways to use this, but this is just one of them. Okay, so you're going to see that one side of this is smooth and one side has bumps. So you're going to take the knobby point, find the indent where your mandible and maxilla meet. Easy way to find that is just open and close your mouth. And you'll feel that jaw moving. And you're going to take the acuBack, and it's going to be interesting for me to talk and do this at the same time. So you're going to take that acuBack and either turn it right in that jaw point, kind of like you would turn a doorknob. You can draw small circles with it like you would paint with a paintbrush using more of your wrist. You can also just play with moving the tissue. You're going to feel kind of your cheek skin pull around. And you don't have to be exactly in that mandible and maxilla point. You can kind of venture up towards the ear and kind of pull down. Now if you have a lot of tension or if you have a head cold, this is probably going to feel really, really good. And so just kind of play with that for as long as you like. You can also venture down, kind of lower at the edge of the mandible and kind of draw that tissue, that fascia kind of away, just to kind of create a nice little space, a nice little stretch. And so as you work with that, I usually spend at least a minute or two, sometimes more, laying down there where there's no tension in the neck. Going to come up to the temporal lobe. Now most of us think our temples as one little point on the sides of our head by our eyes, but really that temporal lobe travels up into the hairline. So you're going to find the indent to what we know the temple point as, and you're going to do the same thing. A little easier for me to talk here. Either that doorknob turn, small circles, and then you can stay there or slowly start to venture into the hairline. Now as I move into my hairline, I can definitely find some areas that have more acute tension. Right above the ear is a good point. And just kind of play with how much pressure and how you want to work that acuBack. Now, this guy is heatable, so when you heat it, that heat feels so amazing on the body, and so definitely worth the investment. I will put the link in the comment section or in the description section for you to, if you're looking to buy this. Definitely a worthwhile investment. And then you're going to switch over and do the opposite side. So do, 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 do. And then you're also going to find the indent right between the eyebrows where the bridge of the nose comes up. Call it the third eye point. And you're going to do the same thing. I like to use the edge of the acuBack and be able to kind of move in there as well. This is a great way to get blood flow to the face, to the head. You're going to feel really just invigorated, really energized and relaxed simultaneously. So you can work that point. You can work the eyebrows above the eye. You can work the center of the forehead. You can also work the crown of the head. So when I get my massage and cranial sacral work done every month, I tend to have a lot of knots in my head. So this is a great way to help alleviate that. It feels awesome. I can do the back of my head. Again, I like that paintbrush stroking movement just to kind of help work the skin loose. Awesome. So you can go navigate through your head and face. And then finally, it's a hair pulling technique. So you'll need your fingers. You're going to slide your fingertips into your hair, squeeze the hair, and then pull and loosen the scalp off the skull. And so you can kind of go around that. You'll probably notice the head feels really tender. I do this a lot with my kids, and at first they didn't like it, but now we've done it so often. This is a great way to alleviate some of that tension in the scalp, and I'm sure my hair looks lovely now. All right, so acuBack, awesome tool, great way to release the face, help bring more blood flow, release things like TMJ. If you have tight hips, the jaw is an access point for you to help alleviate some of that tension as well. If you're looking for more information, subscribe to my YouTube page, visit me on my website, hopecorefitness.com or hopezvara.com, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment or a question in the section below this video. From my heart to yours, from my soul to yours, namaste.